consistent in their game plan.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's out of bounds. Able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about that use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover,
yes.
Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Micah Parsons.
There we go, guys.
As he gets the sack. Remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he's putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to put these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
And this time they were waiting for him. He's going to be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Dante Fowler in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him in the run game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Man.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Neville Gallimore, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play call.
I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
So you went to
taking it back to 1.
So you was doing that we did.
I wanted you to figure it out.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This drive
You
here
look like Bob's not running. Why
Oh, you thought I was going to strategize, huh?
You said you
Well, his finger's going to get tired.
You don't want to use these situations.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll go down right now.
He got over that line, man.
Nah, you read it.
That's a really
When
nice
he fell over that
job
line.
the run blitz and detecting.
Come on, man.
Ain't no come on. He fell over that line.
Pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials
The man
to get
fell over
exactly
the line.
right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So not successful.
Man, you wilding
have to
now.
be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Oh, I was about to say.
Prescott from the gun. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
My guy couldn't get off that jam over there.
Edwards with a
He jammed it
big-time
all the way
sack
up.
on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away.
Ooh, I should have hit stick.
Now a hit.
Yes, sir.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
A really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that, given the yard up to the 49.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And a run on the inside. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right?
Okay.
Who can stand up
Gonna
and
get
make a
fired.
play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Goodness.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Then you call this shit Thursday.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by a ball. That will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls.
They're trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. Past the 20.
Something he would never do.
But to me, it's pretty
Something he would
and
never
it's
do.
really obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Marr on for the extra point.
Ooh,
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this will take them good. Houston in the lead. They had the short field and they made quick work. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They go back to the air here after the INT.
Let's go.
And some room to run now. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Elliott is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to C.D. Lamb. Touchdown! Dak Prescott with a connection to C.D. Lamb. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Marr now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. That drive started with a lot of real estate in front and pass territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payout they were looking for.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Dallas Goddard, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They'll run the jet sweep of Brown, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor to them, and that time worked well for a solid game.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are in for a good one as we're through one. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Carry out for Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And able to work about 5 yards out.
So I was thinking to myself, that was Dak Prescott right there.
I think we can safely
I see that guy come cheating up like that.
This offense
It ain't matter what the read was. You're getting the ball, Elliott. You know?
The Cowboys on
I'm not
third
gonna
down.
get hit.
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
The animation took him into the fucking...
I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. They'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Now the ball, that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there with a nice recovery by the defense's last few downs. Able to knock down a 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has now been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. Maher able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
They're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts. And his pass incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath with those guys on the defensive side of the ball. They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Okay, ready?
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away, not intercepted.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
He's got him in, complete.
Well,
and he's going to have another
break off
first
that
down here as the
route.
tackle's made at the Cowboys'
Break off that route and
19.
get that.
They got 29 yards that time.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open? And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. A strong running gets him to the 9-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And my goodness, another interception. interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. The 40. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Cowboy defense.
I do on every other stuff. I get right there.
Mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even turn. So the defense creating some points. Not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 13 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
From the 29, Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They'll look to throw here. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And now here's another interception. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
And when you have success in these screen passes,
draw play, Elliott. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 44, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Washington. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Yeah, it also it helps to miss time. It works when you have
and not able to break away
gang
this
of
time
people.
as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Marr is good.
Yeah, I'm on whatever the coach calls it.
Yeah.
Talk about situational football. It's something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball. Get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
No sooner did the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
80 yards rushing down for Zeke. He's got a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
I have to go check it.
Again, it's Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield and spotted at the 49.
Show you like the difference, like when you guess
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. That about right there, he ran right through that weak tackle attack.
I'm doing his first guess, so let's do. All right, so it's one other one. I think it's either R1 or R1. All right, so push down on the on this one. Run up the middle, right?
Inside give.
See how many people rush to the line? Everybody was all out
there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense.
So if you put that,
getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get
put everybody in blitz.
Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, Elliott. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Prescott now from the 50. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Trotty. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Hurts will throw.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line.
They'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys have the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Touchdown, Eagles!
Quez Watkins
From 13 yards out.
and the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Boy, it's only a 1-score game. 3rd quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Kick out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time. And Going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Long run.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Personal foul. Defense.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery.
Why would?
Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision.
I accepted it, meaning you got the penalty.
It still shouldn't take back the
Oh no, it did. It just put it on a different spot.
Still, if I did a face
Factoring in
mask.
the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And some room to work. And he'll be corralled out.
You intercepted the ball, right?
To the 45. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drop.
It honestly should only give you the best option.
About on the march.
Like what the coach actually will
get
get.
to the end zone real fast.
On 1st down, Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle, here's Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do everything. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no 1st down. calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the... And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown.
Wow, it was on the screen.
You said huge.
And I was.
And it was successful.
You did.
You literally been calling the game because you've been watching my plays? Oh, that's... But I'm nasty?
You told me what you was doing.
I'm the nasty person?
They certainly do in many of them for quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did say that, and that's what I was doing.
So why would I not?
Man, because maybe that's a part of my strategy. I get you real trusting. You know, you're trusting my plays, trusting them. End of the game.
Clearly.
And now 3rd down.
All right, use it when I need it.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Brian Anger now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And out now come the Eagles.
Trying to guess what I'm
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. 70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
That swung out wide to Sanders. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back around the 37-yard line.
It's supposed to be one of these.
Safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
All right, blitzes
They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A fourth quarter miss like that, there's no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Cowboys on third down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here comes Rager. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Second down, back to Sanders. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score. And
so much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, but now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. They start on the ground with Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott, he finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Complete to Washington. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Of everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
first down carry by Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Kaiser White. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the draw, here's Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers, run a quick slant or something like that.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
So Dak Prescott in the offense, down by 4, 1:46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Dak. Finding Washington. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now Dak. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
To throw, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles It's a pick-six TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick-six.
That's enough. Should be enough.
Drive would have been fire. Lead them down and win it.
And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the
I
line.
could have.
And they'll get him down right around the 25.
No, I'm just
Actually,
saying,
the 26 officially, so a
coaches
net
plays
gain of 1 there.
And now here come the Cowboys. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kaiser White, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD.
Yeah, I remember I was calculating in my head, like, what is
add on to that lead with another pick-six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick-sixes. Oh, yeah, they enjoyed watching this team after the game.
Can't put a slid on your ass.
You did.
So they throw the pick-six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And out now come the Cowboys.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One last shot now for Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously training camps or off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense. A complete team victory.
That's fine.
You played for your name, you played at Eagles.
When I win, I want to go to Green Bay.
Well, you lost. You remember?
Yeah, I mean, but I was only calling the coaches. I'm going to beat the dog breaks off of you now so that I could go to Green Bay in the snow.
You would have been first one to get stuck with one of those people.
I want you to play on off the hat. I want it to be more realistic. You don't got it. 15 minutes. But I realized playing a long game ain't no different when you play football, ain't no different than playing a bunch of little games. We're going to run up and down the damn field, scoring touchdowns. Right?
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the seventh-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders are hoping to provide stability for each other starting in 2022. It's the third team in 3 years for Wentz and the fourth starter in 4 years for Washington.
Into a sea of defenders had intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tarr. And they will set up shot with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick-6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Hurts will throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll trot out there for the next one.
Well, the road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick-6. So dealing with this deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick-6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick-6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? they've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Wentz. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a quick 6 TD.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Wentz will try again on 2nd down.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24, Wentz. Complete, it's Dotson. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Wentz and Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 6 yards away.
And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
No.
Looking at my cards, bro.
No, I just
See this one get
the
out
way
of
you
hand
was
too
set up,
early.
it looked like it was
Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Give him a couple on the...
Better move that table to the side somewhere.
Do you want to help me?
Well, you could actually just take this in the kitchen where you go. In this cup, that cup, if you don't mind. So you said you didn't win nothing on your FanDuel? Nothing.
What about you? What did you win?
and 8.
Let's get Carson. Oh. I don't do a lot of interception. This thing with Carson, he's traumatized like Ben Simmons. Other people in Philadelphia.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run with Sanders.
And this team got Josh Allen and whatever his name is, Chase Daniels.
2 plays, they've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here.
Chase Daniels out there.
3 first downs. That's pretty good.
He's an every down guy.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. Try for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, that's going to change the course of things. They had a good drive work and a chance to really open things up here in the first quarter. Instead, the defense, they got exactly what they needed.
Yeah, they certainly did, because making that type of a play gives them confidence moving forward and maybe makes them a little more reticent on the offensive side of the ball.
Because if the touchdown had gone the other way, this thing could have started to get ugly early. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. A bit more of a somber tone here as they take the field after throwing that pick 6. But, Charles, the bottom line is they still have the lead. They're still in the driver's seat.
You're right about that, and let's face it, when you throw a pick 6, it's demoralizing. But when you look up at the scoreboard and realize you still have the lead, you got to put that wry smile on your face and say, okay, let's just shake it off and start over again.
Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick 6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Sometimes your crosses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Play action. Now Wentz. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his element man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wentz now to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Commanders have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a set and ready for their next offensive drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change it.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense with Jalen Hurts at the controls, ready for their next possession. He was intercepted on that last drive, the third one he's thrown in this first half alone. And they'll look to right the ship here, 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Give up the middle to Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now wins. And he's got it.
Touchdown, Washington.
3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz.
And Washington able to strike for 6.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
It said user alert.
He was looking on the ball.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Come on, fat boy, throw the
Good
ball.
burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll run with Gibson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. They get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that'll keep this a 19-point game.
That's amazing.
Wow, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I had to pull out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's
I didn't see you play.
Montez Sweat.
No, not like that.
2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
I never heard of it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
To throw, it's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski target. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. 47-yard line. Well, CD, you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game. I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Sanders. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through it.
It's a shame that all of this to be done.
And turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was there he goes, right side. He's at the 30. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now Wentz. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
A handoff for Gibson, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the return will stop right
That was Carson Wentz in the first quarter.
Here's a give to Gibson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Gibson again.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders just continue to roll. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the
really
touchdown.
Turbo. Whatever turbo it is.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But first down, Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Forced out to him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go, and of course they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half.
I heard it.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 20 points.
Some kind of way.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for
Yeah,
this
I
first
agree.
half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Go to the bathroom during halftime. I'll be right back.
You only got 20 seconds, so you need to do that part.
I don't care about that. Oh, it'll just random now.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside
Did you? What you was doing?
Scrolling through Instagram.
I need that support.
Sit back here.
No. Did you want some of this cover?
Brandon Gaudin set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Really?
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 62 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Once more, Gibson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Only 7 players crossed 1,000 yards rushing last season, and one of them was Gibson, who made a big jump forward in his 2nd season. Entering his 3rd campaign, he cemented himself as one of the building blocks for the Commanders.
Snap coming at 1. Now wins. To the right side and complete to Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, here's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run. It's Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple.
Run blocking AI is
Whenever we talk
really
about the
bad.
best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
And all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run here with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, 22 yards. And the Commanders have got it on cruise control. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage. First and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run.
On second and goal. Hurts. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big win there defensively on second and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up third.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing
touchdown. Miles Sanders from 10 yards out. And the Eagles are able to at least get one score back.
The CD, you know, he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? Forget about the guys in the backfield. They're eligible too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll run with McKissick.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now Wentz on third down.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
To about the 48-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing his Wentz. Got his target, Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And this time they were waiting for it as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. What a play by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. They'll run with Gibson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. Off to Thomas on the left side. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed.
Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's has thrown out the red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play,
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Commanders continue to pour it on here in the fourth.